might notice how YouTubers are really copying other YouTubers with this whole handheld mic thing. And the weirdest part about it is they're not even using like handheld microphones. They're using full recording microphones, and they're holding those in their hands to copy other YouTubers because they think it's cool. It just started happening. Let me tell you something right now. I only know one YouTuber that did that to begin with, who pioneered the whole handheld microphone thing, and that's going to be Julian Melnick on YouTube, youtube.com/Julian Melnick. Go follow him. He started the whole handheld microphone thing. I'm just going to go ahead and hold them in a video inspired by my man JD. JD, give credit where credit is due. Go follow him. All right, guys, let me just go ahead and start with this. If you didn't already know, the Nintendo Switch is a huge console. It has sold over 1 million units sold between the Switch Lite, the V1 Switch, the V2 Switch, the OLED Switch, and that's just the start. We're going to get more consoles like the rumored Switch Pro. Whenever that comes out, new hardware, we're getting more new hardware, and the Switch is going to keep on selling. But there's a big misconception out there that you either need one, the Nintendo Switch, or you're a Xbox guy, or you're a PlayStation guy. And let me tell you that you don't need to be any one of those three. And in fact, PC players would say you're all stupid and you need a PC. You don't need one or the other. In fact, you probably want all of them. You're just in the closet as an Xbox fanboy, a PlayStation fanboy, a Nintendo fanboy, all the sorts of things. You don't need to be in the closet anymore. We got your back. Our community is going to hold you tight and go, you know what? It's okay to be a fan of any one of these platforms. So today's video is going to be about the simple fact that the Nintendo Switch is the perfect console for the PC gamer. And the PC gamer, believe it or not, needs a console. PC gamers, there is a place for you. There is a place in your heart, PC gamers, for a console, and the Nintendo Switch deserves to fill that void in your heart and soul. If you're a PC gamer, you play all sorts of games. You're probably more catered toward the competitive style games. But let's be honest here, it's not all about shooting guns and explosions and the top-of-the-line graphics. And if you're a PC player and you don't think that's the case, if the games are only about shooting things and top-of-the-line graphics, well, you can go ahead and get out here right now. I believe that most of you PC gamers out there do respect a game that is just simply about fun, or it doesn't have an emphasis on the amazing graphics. It emphasizes the game and the experience. The first example I have for you guys is that PS5 games come out on PC, okay? It's just a fact of the matter. Not all of them, and not always immediately, but eventually a lot of them do. Of course, Xbox games are all over the PC now. PC gamers already have access to the games that are already on these consoles. And if you have a PC, why would you also buy an Xbox and a PlayStation? Now, a PlayStation, I can understand. For sure, 100%. If you're a PC gamer and you still want a PlayStation, I don't judge that decision. A lot of those games aren't coming, and if the ones that are coming may be a little while out. But Xbox is a way harder sell for PC gamers, and I don't think Microsoft's even trying to sell you a Xbox anyway. Microsoft's trying to sell you a service, not an Xbox. But the Nintendo Switch is a very proprietary thing. Nintendo games only come out for Nintendo. They don't get released anywhere else ever. Unless you emulate it illegally or any of those sorts of things, Nintendo games stay on their systems. And in fact, they die on their systems. Frequently, Nintendo gamers have to experience games that go away forever, just like the 3DS situation going on right now. The 3DS and the Wii U eShops are going to be dead soon. You can no longer buy the games. And some of those games were proprietary to those eShops, not even physical releases, just straight up eShops. And they're shutting down the eShop and you can't play the game anymore. So if you like Nintendo games, it's even more of a reason why you need to have the latest system, if not just to keep these games for years to come, as they're going to be deleted from your library if you don't have them installed on your system or a physical disc, if the game even had a physical copy. The Switch is a handheld experience, and the PC is obviously sitting on your desk, is a desktop experience. You can play some of the games that are on Switch are on PC and vice versa, obviously, and some of the games even allow you to go cross-platform and pick up where you left off in those games. You also may be wondering, hey, Uncle Geeb, the Steam Deck is a thing, it's coming out. Why would I need a Switch? I just get a Steam Deck. That's a great point. The Steam Deck is an amazing option, but it's not an alternative. It's an amazing option, but it's not an alternative to a Nintendo Switch. Nintendo games only are on Nintendo consoles. You cannot get those games anywhere else. So if you're buying a Steam Deck, you're not getting into any Nintendo games. And if you don't care about Nintendo games, well, guess what? good for you. Get a Steam Deck. Video done. But for those of you who actually care about any Nintendo games whatsoever, and I'm gonna guess that's a lot of you, because how many of us, raise your hand if you grew up playing Super Smash Bros., Mario Kart, Mario Party, any of the Mario sports games with your friends? I would say most of you, if not all of you, have raised your hand if you're here. You grew up playing those games. You want to experience those games in the modern era, and guess what? Nintendo is making those games. They're out right now. You can play them. They actually remade those retro games, remade them, like Mario Kart. Some of those old maps are coming back in the DLC coming up soon. Super Smash, which features old characters, new characters, and Mario Party, they're bringing back old game boards into the new Mario Party. As I said, the Steam Deck has emerged as a player in this handheld space, and but that's a PC, okay? That's basically a gaming laptop. I don't believe the Steam Deck competes with the Nintendo Switch at all. It is a complementary system. I believe the perfect trifecta of consoles, if you will, a PC, a Steam Deck, and a Nintendo Switch. If you have those three consoles, you have the best of all worlds. The PC is where you play all of your latest and greatest titles. The Steam Deck is where you play the latest and greatest titles on the go. And the Nintendo Switch, it's also the most affordable option of all three of those, and features two controllers that come with it via the two Joy-Cons, all sorts of colors and styles. The OLED screen, hello, have we not talked about the OLED screen on the Nintendo Switch? Unless you have an amazing gaming monitor, the Nintendo Switch is where the best gameplay is going to happen via the handheld mode, where you're looking at that beautiful OLED screen. Oh, it just became 3 o'clock, and this thing just went ba-da-boo-da-boo-da-boo. That's what the Nintendo Switch brings to the table. So it's not a matter of, do I need a PC, do I need an Xbox, or do I need a PlayStation, or do I need a Switch? It's none of these things. It's what's best for you. It's all personal preference at the end of the day. Let nobody tell you what you should buy, what you shouldn't buy. What you should buy is exactly what your needs and wants are. Xbox and PlayStation most certainly have their place. Someone who wants to play PlayStation games, the PlayStation is a beautiful console, and the games they put out are spectacular. Xbox, you know, Microsoft themselves are kind of making themselves irrelevant with their system. I wouldn't be surprised if you have Game Pass on all the systems and there is no more Xbox. It's just Xbox services, no actual Xbox. And I believe that's kind of the direction that Microsoft is going. So it's not crazy to say that you don't need an Xbox. I think it's pretty clear you don't need an Xbox. Actually, what I think you need is a Series S. Because right now, to play a lot of Xbox games, you still need an Xbox. And at the moment, the Series S is available, number one. But number two, it's the most affordable option, and it makes the most sense. It's the same price as the Switch, and the performance you're getting, and the versatility you're getting, and the games you're getting. That's the best package. But guys, that's my video today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that my thoughts and tribulations, I appreciate you guys watching this video. You can follow me, Uncle Geeb, twitch.tv/Uncle Geeb. Make sure to like and subscribe to this video to get more content like this in the future. Go ahead and check out my boy JD, who kind of inspired this video just a tad with his whole concept of the console gaming channel. I'm like, but what about PC players? Like, there's a place for PC players. So appreciate you guys watching this video. Go follow my boy JD. Go follow me on twitch.tv/Uncle Geeb, and I will catch you guys in the next video. By the way, if my boy Drip never does this again, I'm taking it from him.